Oh boy, does that sound cold.
Thunder snow. I haven't seen that word before.
Thunder snow. I know thunderstruck.
It sounds cool still, like thunderstruck.
Yeah, this is downtown Toronto. As you can see, it's just challenging out, but it is the winter. But we're taking a look, and welcome, guys. Thank you for being here, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. At the current wind chills, we can see some pretty brutal temperatures down here, or up here, I should say. 60 below zero current wind chill up in North Dakota. But it's even 30 below zero over in Kansas. Oh, 8 below in Oklahoma. And as I say this, I see smoke coming out of my mouth.
It's a little cool in here, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh-oh.
We got in trouble?
What's this? Where did that come from? Who did that?
Who did that?
Where did that come from?
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, man. That McAfee guy. I wonder if it was related to the weather delay. That actually literally, at first it was going to be hours, but now they postponed the day till tomorrow now. As far as the Bills and Steelers game, New York Governor Hochul announced, yeah, the weather is pretty intense out there. Right now, when we're looking at power outages, you see Michigan, 181,000 people plus without power in this type of cold. I hope that most of them have backups.
I know. Gosh, you guys, be ready now. Start collecting stuff now. Charge your flashlights now. Charge your phones now. And if you have those external phone chargers, those bricks, make sure those are charged up. Just go around, collect your candles. Dollar store has tons of candles, fairly cheap. Just so you have them. So now is the time to do that if you can still get out.
Yeah, and I guess we have to. I feel like I have to mention that some cheap candles have lead. So when you burn them, sometimes you can be aware of that. Here you see Wisconsin, 73,791 people without power. Oregon, 46,000 people. Washington State, 11. As we go on through almost 23,000 in Pennsylvania, 10,000 in Ohio. 21,000, almost 22,000 in West Virginia. About the same for Virginia. New York State, 27,000, 22,000 in Vermont, and 15,000 in New Hampshire. As this is very, very challenging weather, it's been, for many people, a pretty easy winter up until this point. Now all that seems to be changing, as this is absolutely a major winter storm that's hitting a real large part of the country, and also up in Canada as well. Southern Ontario has been very, very hard hit. So, again, it is time to be prepared. The other thing that's really hitting is historic coastal flooding. As you see, this article says expected in Maine. It is manifesting as we talk about it. This is Portland, Maine. Area I've been through, especially when I was a kid. We used to go up through here. Beautiful area, and look at that. There again. You got to bring your boat with you in these times. Been saying that since 2017.
Yes, and we have 2 canoes.
We have 2 kayaks, but unfortunately, if we get the pups on them, we're going to be flipping over or sinking. So we might need something a little bit larger. This is also in Maine and New Hampshire. This is Wells, Maine, that they're showing right here. Absolutely a coastal flooding event that is taking place right now and claiming some buildings. This is Willard Beach in South Portland as this is going bye-bye, being taken out to sea. And over here in New York, this is Hudson River Park. As you see flooding, they might want to get across because they might get wet. Absolutely severe weather ongoing. It's not just here as well. You have a severe storm in Mendoza, Argentina that hit the wine country. Now in South America, unlike us, we're in winter, they're in summer. And severe hail, heavy rain, and damaging the wine crops, the grapes. Love grapes. Used to drink wine, don't drink at all anymore. But, again, what we've seen is one blow after another to food production in all different ways. Dozens killed in Colombia in a landslide. At least 33 people have died in mudslides brought on by heavy rains. 33 again. Whether there's 34 or 32, when 33 is put out there, it always feels like it's a message.
It does. It's like their stamp saying, we're in charge.
And we had multiple earthquakes in Oklahoma, including a 4.4. Now, there have been earthquakes in Oklahoma ever since they really have fracked it. So much of the country is really fracked up. And yet it's been a little bit quiet, but it didn't stick out to me as much as I guess it stuck out to a few of our regulars out there that were like, oh, did you see the Oklahoma ones? Because we have seen them up to 5, but that is rare in Oklahoma. And, again, it's like landmines. When you frack like this, it's just setting it up for when the bigger quakes come, more devastation.
And I'm looking at these numbers too. We have a 4.4, we have a 3.3. The others are a little bit different, but I don't know. It's kind of weird today.
Well, it feels like communication, doesn't it? It always, we look at everything in that light. And going down to Canberra, we got more storms going on. Cars flipped over, gas pipes burst, flooding in the city. So it doesn't really matter where we are as far as, locations across the globe. You've seen this type of thing, it seems like on an every single day basis, going back again to like 2017. I still feel that it all went kind of bonkers with that first eclipse. And here we are. Yeah, we're 3 months away, less than 3 months away from the next eclipse. And again, that's going to be April 8th, 2024. Today is the 13th. Wow. It's coming, guys. It's coming soon. And we could already see, just look how much everything seems to have ramped up since we said hello to 2024. Is it just me? Or doesn't it seem like everything's just taken a big notch upwards?
Well, yeah, I mean, to me, it definitely does. It just seems like things are a little bit wetter. Things are a little bit different. And I think it's just going to be a steady escalation. And for those who are just simply too busy in life, they probably will miss it because it is like a frog in boiling water. It starts out slow, and by the time the poor thing knows it's too hot, it's too late. So I think that's why it's really important just to keep an eye on stuff so you can adjust your life as needed.
Yeah, I do think we could change timelines, and I think, that's part of free will, because we do have free will. I think there is free will, and I think free will is what allows for divergent timelines and the fact that we live in a multiverse. There are multiple universes. Every single universe is just a cell in something much bigger. As above, so below, as within, so without. As we look at this technology, I think that we are on divergent paths in this world too. We were talking to a family member and it was, a surprise blessing to speak and say hi to Chris. And he was talking about how it really seems like our abilities are increasing, and they are. Today we went and did our farmers market run that we'll do a couple times a month and stock up pretty good. And, Cindy and I, we always read each other's minds, but she read my mind exactly when she was talking about 6 of one particular item. And that's exactly what I had gone into a store and inquired about. And she said, I know you want 6. And it's like, yeah, but I never told her I wanted 6. I thought that she would have thought that was a lot. And yet she knew the exact number. It's amazing the times that we're in. as far as the expansion of consciousness and the expansion of technology as well. Now, the technology's been hidden. It's been here in the past, and it's been in the shadows the whole time. But yet they will be unveiling more and more technology as they will be trying to draw everybody into their smart cities where, you get your universal basic income. Well, everything is going to be met as far as your basic needs per se. Of course, we know it comes at a very, very, very steep price, and that price is freedom and, your own self-autonomy. But they're going to do their best to get you to become another brick in the wall, so to speak, quoting Pink Floyd there.
And then I'm just sitting here watching this guy, how the technology is getting better and better and better. And now it's very difficult to hold him over. But the other thing I kind of observed while I was looking at him is he's doing that qigong pose, just sort of hugging the tree there with his legs anyway. So I wonder how much of that ancient knowledge they use to make these things so that they're ergonomically correct. I would say they probably use a lot of that ancient knowledge.
Yeah, as my feelings on their plans are, after the war, and somebody said, "What war?" It's like WW3. Yeah, obviously the big global war that is unfolding before our eyes right now. Then they are going to entice us with technology. They're going to entice us with all sorts of different things, and they'll even introduce us to extraterrestrials. And, non-Homo sapiens that will explain things to us and have amazing technologies to share with us, because it'll be the carrot after getting the stick, but there's still going to be a stick. That stick doesn't go away. And what does go away is freedoms if you go ahead and join them. And, the revelations of extraterrestrials, which when you look at it, the world is buzzing with this right now. And in fact, most people do think there's life elsewhere, though you do have some that still think that there's nothing but angels, demons, us, and a creator God flying in the sky. Yet, they've always been here. And again, we're going to do a lot more deep dives down into other mythologies and other traditions. It's clearly stated so many times you cannot even count in the scriptures of the people of the Indus Valley area, how there's not only different races of humanoid beings of all sorts of varieties, flavors, so to speak, and they interact with us all the time. And the qualities of these beings change as we go through the ages. When we come out of a Kali Yuga, dark age like we're in, the beings that we are around are very, very self-serving and negative. And this is the system. Because the system that we have in place, this whole political system, whether it's capitalist, communist, whatever it is the system that's been given to us by not so benevolent beings that utilize us as a slave race and as an energy source and a food source in more ways than one. Whereas when we're talking golden age and silver age, we are around benevolent beings that really, why do they come and interact with us? They want to help guide us in how to raise ourselves up, how to get along better, how to live fuller, healthier, happier lives, how to develop true wisdom. And they've shared that with us for eons. And in fact, we are around these beings far more than we're around the negative ones. The negative ones, thankfully, we're only around them for a shorter amount of time. But yes, they do their best, and they do a pretty good job at conquering worlds and making them subservient to them.
Well, I think in the golden age and in the silver age, something that happens is we are, I guess I relate it to having really extremely wise, knowledgeable parents to help us grow. Those beings that have already lived for hundreds of years. they understand a few things, so they pass it on to different people. And that actually gets recorded in our DNA. And then as we reincarnate again and again, each life, there's information that is still needing to be accessed in that DNA. And this is the time where we are waking that information up. And then these two guys are really cute. They're trying to get in there to make sure they get the bait, or at least get the fish, and they can't quite figure out how they can't reach it because they could see it. I think a lot of us feel that way. It's like, I see that, but I can't quite get it.
Yeah, and that's why we have to do that internal work and go within, because, again, if we rely on only the things that we get from the system, it'll just lead to more darkness. So look forward to your comments. As always, thank you for being on this ride with us. If you guys do need to make an appointment for any sort of energy work, spiritual coaching, Vedic astrology charts, that's what we do. That's our day job, basically, let's just say. And that is what does pay the bills. So we can be reached at evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com. Again, evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com. And allow a week or two to get you guys scheduled. Much love, source bless, and namaste.
Namaste.